Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today's video focuses on the use of 1980s club hits in the film American Psycho, released in April 2000. The film is based on the 1991 novel of the same name, written by American author Bret Easton Ellis, and stars Christian Bale in the title role. The main character of the film/novel is one Patrick Bateman, a yuppie Wall Street investment banker who lives and works in Manhattan, and the story takes place at the end of the 1980s. The following does contain spoilers about plot and characters, so if you have never seen the film or read the novel and you do not want spoilers, now is the time to depart and hopefully come back soon. The first 4 songs are listed in the order in which they appear in the film. The 5th song does not appear in the film, but is mentioned in the novel. The first song on our list is True Faith by British band New Order. The song was released as a non-album single in July 1987 and was also included on their first compilation album, Substance, released a month later in August 1987. The song is utilized in the first nightclub scene as the second set of credits are listed. Bateman orders drinks from a female bartender, and when she is less than cordial to him, he says some not very nice things that go unnoticed by her, setting the stage for more horrible things to come. The song was previously used in the 1988 Michael J. Fox film Bright Lights, Big City, based on the 1984 novel of the same name by American author J. McInerney, who is/was a contemporary/colleague of author Bret Easton Ellis. The second song is Paid in Full by hip-hop duo Eric B and Rakim from their 1987 debut album, also entitled Paid in Full. Eric B and Rakim were an American hip-hop duo formed on Long Island, New York in 1986 and consisted of DJ Louis Eric Barrier and rapper William Michael Griffin Jr., stage name Rakim. The song was constructed by taking a section of the drum track from the Soul Searchers' 1974 song Ashley's Roach Clip, and the bass line was sampled from Dennis Edwards' 1984 song Don't Look Any Further. The version that is heard in the film is actually a remix of the song that was done by an English electronic music duo by the name of Cold Cut. The resulting 7-minute remix entitled 7 Minutes of Madness was included on the Paid in Full single and contributed to the song's success in American nightclubs and European ones as well. In their remix, they added several elements not in the original song, including vocal samples of the lines Pump Up the Volume and Death with the Record, which were from Eric B and Rakim's own song I Know You Got Soul, which was also on their debut album. In the film, we hear the song as Patrick Bateman and his girlfriend/fiancée Evelyn Williams, played by Reese Witherspoon, enter a trendy New York restaurant named Espace. The third song is Pump Up the Volume, which is a song by one-time musical project named Mars and was released as a non-album single in August 1987. In the film, the song plays as Bateman and Bryce are at a nightclub. We first see them in a communal bathroom/bathroom stall, partaking in the use of an illicit substance. Bryce is having some anger issues complicated by his steroid use, and Bateman acts as a voice of reason. The song was constructed by British electronic musicians who slice and diced various samples from over 20 separate recordings to construct the song, with the highlight being the sampled line Pump Up the Volume Dance, once again by hip-hop duo Eric B and Rakim from their song I Know You Got Soul. Just like the song True Faith by New Order, Pump Up the Volume was also used in the 1988 film Bright Lights, Big City. The fourth song is Tell Me What's on Your Mind, Pure Energy, a song by Information Society featured on their self-titled debut studio album entitled Information Society as well, which was released in June 1988. In the film, the music changes from Pump Up the Volume to Tell Me What's on Your Mind, and we can see a view of the crowded dance floor. The camera pans up to a second-floor balcony/lounge area. Bryce and Bateman are entertaining 3 attractive blonde girls. From the novel, we learn these girls are models from the elite agency. From left to right are Karen, Libby, and Daisy. Bateman and Daisy eventually end up at Bateman's apartment, and in the novel, she appears to survive as Bateman politely asks her to leave, stating that he might hurt her and that he doesn't think he can control himself. In the film, however, it appears that Daisy does not survive, as we see Bateman playing with a lock of blonde hair, and also by the appearance of a particular item in Bateman's fridge. The fifth song is not featured in the film, however it is mentioned in the novel. This song is New Sensation by Australian band INXS, featured on their sixth studio album Kick, released in October 1987. In the novel, the foursome of Bateman, Bryce, McDermott, and Van Patten are at a nightclub called Tunnel. They only have 2 VIP basement passes, so McDermott and Van Patten go off on their own to this basement VIP area. Meanwhile, Bateman and Bryce venture off to another area to find something that Bryce calls Bolivian marching powder. New Sensation changes into Devil Inside, also from the same album. At some point, Bryce leaves the club, and later, the remaining trio of Bateman, McDermott, and Van Patten end up outside the club. The trio try to make plans for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. However, they all have conflicting schedules that make it impossible to make dining plans. So here are the 5 songs from the 5 albums in which they appear, presented in chronological order of their release in the 1980s. One of the 5 songs is from a compilation album, and another song is a non-album single. Again, Eric B and Rakim in July 1987 with Paid in Full, their debut studio album. Mars on August 3rd, 1987, a non-album single. New Order on August 17th, 1987 with Substance, their first compilation album. INXS in October 1987 with Kick, their 6th studio album. And lastly, Information Society in June 1988 with Information Society, their self-titled debut album. If you made it this far, I sincerely thank you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for future videos. Thanks again.